G'day YouTubers, Ride here, your coffee coach. Here I've got a different section today, what's hot in coffee. And it's just going to be me looking at the things that are coming out or have just been announced and really discussing them. And I want to hear from you guys, your thoughts on some of these items as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, number one I want to talk about is this new chilled extraction technique. Now, it isn't new, it's been around in Japan for probably almost 100 years now. But when I was speaking with Sasha Sestic at MICE just last year, he had produced a new product called the Paragon Brewer, which goes deeper into this chilled brewing technique using a filter pour over method and extracting a little bit of the coffee and chilling it immediately after it's extracted. And I was fascinated by this because he also mentioned that he originally intended to do it for espresso, but made a choice to make the Paragon Brewer for filter. But he's still working on developing a product that will turn espresso and being able to use espresso coffee and chilling it straight at the extraction point. So since then, I've been seeing people on YouTube and on Instagram and TikTok all doing the chilled ball with espresso. Now, I've been watching a couple of them and I see that they're doing the entire shot, the entire extraction, chilling it straight away. And one of the things that stood out to me is when Sasha told me that it only should be extracting the first 15 to 25% of the extraction and then you move it out rather than doing the entire extraction. And I'm going to do a video diving deeper into those techniques, both the full extraction, a partial extraction, and now without any chilled extraction at all. So let's see what happens. But I want to get the discussion going on whether you think that this chilled extraction technique is something that's going to stick around, or whether it's just another fad that just might be around for a couple of months and then everyone will get over it. Looks great for TikTok, but is it actually revolutionary? All right, the latest thing that I just came across, which blows my mind, but I'm really keen to experiment more with this, is WAFO coffee baskets. WAFO is a company in Taiwan that are revolutionizing the way that we extract coffee with the basket. So they've been around with a lot of precision baskets for a while, VST, IMS, Pullman, they all choose these really different techniques to extract, and Unifilter have just won the Innovation Award at the 2022 MICE. And I think this new line from WAFO is pretty interesting. The baskets themselves cost $200 US each. However, they're designed in the same way that the Unifilter is, with very solid stainless steel, inflexible, they're not going to break, they're going to last your lifetime. The other thing that is really interesting is some of them have 3,000 holes and others have all of these weird, interesting shapes. And the idea and the philosophy behind this design is because your coffee is not identical in the shape. So each granular coffee or particle of coffee is differently shaped. So they've created these blend baskets and single origin baskets to highlight certain flavors that you would not normally be able to highlight from a regular extraction. So I reached out to them to see if they had any wholesale or discounted rates, because $200 at US is a lot of money to just be able to experiment with. But they weren't interested in doing anything like that. So if anyone has some, I'm happy to pay for shipping to bring it to me and ship it back to you so I can experiment with these. But one of them that they just showed is a checkered board. So it literally has pockets of checkeredness with no holes in it whatsoever, and then other pockets with holes through it. And it creates a checkered pattern on your puck. The idea is to get a perfect extraction, really creating it, forcing it through certain areas of the basket. Now, WAFO also claimed that with the basket, you won't need the bottom filter paper anymore. And because there's 3,000 plus holes in there and it goes right to the edge, you can grind a lot finer to slow the flow rate down. And that means lower dosage, less coffee used per shot, and you still get a better extraction. They're pretty high claims and I'd love to know more about it. So from a commercial standpoint, this could be amazing to use these baskets in a cafe, because you'd never need to buy another basket again, because these should last a lifetime, and often with the IMS and the other screens, they will blow out after 6 months, and you'll use less coffee. which if you're pumping through 40 kilos of coffee a week, this allows you to reduce that down. It's only a couple of grams per basket, but that adds up with thousands of coffees. So you're going to save money on the coffee you produce, and if the testaments are true, you'll get a better extraction. I think the idea is really interesting and I want to know more, but are we talking about just extracting that 0.5% more yield from your coffee? Or is it really going to change the way that we experience coffee? And at $200 US, I'm probably not that keen to just try it, but if someone has some, that would be a great way for me to just borrow them for a bit and then send them back. I promise I'll look after them. Well, that's it for this time, but I want to do this segment regularly and tell you all about the things that are hot in coffee. So if you're developing something that's hot in coffee and you want me to talk about it, DM me on Instagram or Facebook and I'm happy to talk about it because I love celebrating coffee, everything coffee, and I love talking about all the new innovations as well. So give us a like or a subscribe or drop a comment in the section below and let me know what you think about these topics or anything else that I might have missed so I can talk about it next time. I'm Ryan, your coffee coach, and as always, enjoy your brew.